Hi, welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. Of course, I want to welcome back my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for all of your beautiful comments as well underneath my videos. I don't get a chance to respond to all of them, but I do read them, so I really appreciate the positive space you create here and the encouragement that you show to each other as well. That's what I hoped for when I created this channel, was to create an inclusive space where we can all just ask questions, be ourselves, and explore things that are in our hearts. So thank you so much for helping to create that space. And a big welcome to anybody new coming into the space today. Please consider joining our beautiful soul family by subscribing to the channel. I do offer a chance for my subscribers to win a free tarot reading as a thank you for your presence here. And you just have to drop your comments below beneath any of my readings this month for your chance to win. Be sure to hit your notification bell because I will notify you in the comment section if you are chosen the winner. And I will give you indications on how to reach out to me via my links below. But for today's pick a card topic, we're looking at your future in love. Who are you going to commit to? Who are you going to build a life with? Maybe you've already met this person. Maybe you're exploring connections right now. Or maybe you don't have anybody on the horizon. You don't know what's coming in for you. But Spirit has a message for you today. My timestamps will be listed below as always. But for pile number 1 here, we have the Strength card and the Teapot. For pile number 2, we have the Chariot and the Horse-drawn carriage. For pile number 3, we have the Bouquet of Flowers, or the Ten of Pentacles. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there could be messages waiting. My timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about who you're going to commit to, who are you going to marry, who is going to build a life with you. Pile 1, pile 2, pile number 3. I'm jumping into pile number 1. Hi, pile 1. You are drawn to the Strength card. And this deck is interesting. This is the Jane Austen tarot, so it definitely has different aspects inside the cards itself, but it also has a combination of the major arcana and the minor arcana, and in this case the Strength is connected to the Ace of Wands. So there is a reference to Leo energy coming through. They're also referencing taking a rest, getting constructive feedback, maybe getting inspiration today about the future in love, because maybe you're feeling frustrated with the lack of progress in your love life. Maybe you want to know, when is your person showing up? When is this person coming into my life? Do I already know them? Are they coming forward? So this is just a way of giving you some constructive feedback about what you're dealing with in this present moment, asking you to hold on to strength, asking you to feel rest assured that there will be more momentum in the future in love than you anticipate. So let's begin here. Pile number 1. Who are you going to marry? We're starting with the Hierophant. Official marriage is coming through with the Hierophant here. And I love that it's your first position for me. For me as a reader, I read differently than other readers. And I do put a lot of emphasis on my first card. And this is exactly what we want to see. And you can see at the back of the card, it says bakery, cafe, and then we have a little key here. So they're talking about something in the oven, something that's already ruminating for you, something that's already on its way to you. So this is an assurance from your guides and angels that you do have commitment cycles in your future, even if sometimes your ego will creep in with a message that says that you're wrong about that. A lot of Taurus energy coming through. We have the Hermit. It's coming in sideways. We're going to put it upright just for ease of space. A lot of Virgo energy. We have the King of Cups. And although this person's taking their time, Spirit says that the wait is going to be worth it here when it comes to this person. If I'm honest with you, for some message, or for someone's message, because I'm reading for the collective, I feel like this person has a dangerous job. And I feel like they're an emotional person, or they're a very loving person, but they might have a dangerous job. And you know, a dangerous job there's so many different aspects of what a job could be to be dangerous. It almost feels like they deal with other people though, but they do have a compassionate heart. So they're dealing with other people, but it could be a dangerous position. We have the Ten of Wands. We also have the King of Swords. back of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Not only is this person is kind of an emotional person, they're also highly intelligent. So hopefully that emotional intelligence and normal intelligence combines itself together to create an emotional intelligent person, of course. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. I think your wait is almost over if you have been delayed when it comes to love. Spirit says this could be your year where this person enters into your life, which is really exciting. Now, they're speaking about, again, somebody who holds a dangerous position. I'm also getting a sense of somebody who could be an educator that's coming in as well. And the good news for you is that they're just asking for determination to push through something, a determination to push through this period of time. And they're also encouraging you to kind of increase your efforts when it comes to putting yourself out there, maybe pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And this doesn't mean that you have to, you know, walk down the street screaming your intentions. It just means that whatever habits that you're forming that could be isolating you, we might have to kind of step outside of those habits and kind of put ourselves out there in this moment, because I do feel this slow growth, especially because they keep highlighting that the Hermit came out like this. And because the Hermit came out like this is speaking to how we're grounding ourselves with a perspective that isn't necessarily helping us. And that could be why your guide started off with some constructive feedback about resting, feeling inspired by what you want to see and not being inspired by what you're feeling in the present moment. This person is very careful and cautious, and it almost feels like they were trained to be. Like with the way that they approach conversations, with the way that they approach relationships. They're also not the type of person to talk about like a commitment cycle ahead of time, or to talk about when they're going to propose, for instance. I don't think that this is the type of person to do that. I think they're planning on surprising you. So when you are in a relationship with this person, the proposal will be a big surprise. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And this is like a very determined person too. They have motivations in their career. They are responsible. They're committed energy. They're very committed to you. And they prove that over time. They prove how committed they are to you over time. This is just a very trustworthy person. And that's why Spirit's really advocating that it is worth the wait. You may feel in this moment when it comes to love, you're wedged right now between the rock and the hard place, but you're right on the cusp of change. And it's when we kind of get wedged between the rocks and the hard place, for the snake anyway, that's how it sheds its skin and it evolves. So if you're feeling that way in love, Spirit says just rest assured, more is coming. Patience, I feel like, has been a virtue for you. And I feel like that's interesting because as you move into this commitment cycle, I feel like you're going to have to exercise that patience with this person sometimes when it comes to, again, waiting for the proposal. But with determination, you're going to get to where you want to be. I also feel like this person is currently going through or will be going through a physical transformation. I feel like they're working on themselves. They could be going to the gym, but this feels new. This feels like a new venture. Like they are motivated. They have goals. And when they make a goal, they keep that goal in mind and they make it happen. And that extends beyond the career sector, beyond even the goals that they set for their physical body. This is talking about the goals they set with their romantic relationships too. When they decide that you're their person, there's no going back for them. They're very committed and loyal. I also think, especially because of the effort they're putting into their physical transformation now, they're very easy on the eyes. I feel like there could be like very light eyes with this person for someone watching, but I also feel like they could be kind of tall. And they're going to get leaner. I feel like they're working on, like, I think they're going to the gym right now. I think they're going to get leaner. They're only going to look better by, it's like when you meet them, they're only going to improve in their looks, which I think is exciting. But you're going to automatically be attracted to them. A lot of physical attraction. I think this person's going to be physically attracted to you before they act upon the situation. Because they're the type of person that they want everything to be perfect. Perfect in an environment. We have the High Priestess. And they are very emotionally intelligent. They are very emotionally intelligent, and I think that that's a really good asset to have in a partner. They're also kind of spiritual or spiritually motivated. They could be somebody who who has a very strong faith. And they may not be a religious person, but they may have a very strong faith. Now, that strong faith could definitely be interpreted as a religious person or somebody who was grown or grew up with a very, very strong faith or a specific faith. And they want you to know that you're not going to miss this person. It is destiny. That can be a fear too when we start to worry about our person showing up. It's like, maybe I don't have a person. And the truth is that Spirit says no one's coming here to complete you. You are the biggest love of your life. You are your person. But this person's here to enjoy the ride with you. And it is destiny. They will cross your paths. And the reason why they're going to cross your path is because even before you came down into this realm, the two of you agreed, you were determined to cross paths. We have the Two of Cups and we have the King of Swords. Again, Spirit says this change is coming in for you very quickly. If you haven't met this person yet, they could be a Gemini coming through. A lot of Taurus as well. But if you haven't met this person yet, Spirit says within the next year, and that's a broad time frame for the collective, but for someone, even within the next couple of months, next 2-3 months, you might come into contact with this person. There's something being passed. There's a torch being passed in the next couple of months. And now with that torch, with that inspiration towards change, Spirit says we have to run with that torch. But here's the Knight of Cups, and there's the Star of Aquarius. They are talking about the internet, perhaps with connection and connectivity being a part of this process. You might feel inspired to put yourself out there online, or maybe again, you have put yourself out there and you're just like, I'm tired of it. But Spirit says we do have to increase our efforts here with the motivations that we feel to go towards connections, to go towards relationships. And they're highlighting embracing this moment because things are changing rather rapidly for you beyond this point. I feel like for some watching, the very next love cycle for you could be the beginnings of this connection. Now, as I say, my first position card is so important for me because we're going through this whole cycle to arrive back here at this beautiful opportunity towards ascension, towards commitment cycles together. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles that is following him up. So this is talking about reliability. We know the Knight's going to get there, but he takes his time. And Spirit encourages that. They don't want you to rush. Even though we feel like we've been waiting and we want the wait to be over, part of the mastery you're here to gain is finding the balance, finding the joy in that journey. Because you're not living for the day you marry this person. You're preparing and living for every single moment that leads up to it and beyond it. So there's telling you that you're going to take some time navigating the newness of this connection, spending your time before you get to the commitment cycles, but there's a beautiful opportunity in the in-between to embrace it, to develop a sense of belonging, to develop a sense of rest where you can find a place to exhale and find a place to really feel at ease. And that just doesn't happen overnight. And that's why they're encouraging you to wait for that fruit to ripen, but it's coming in. And the internet could play a very strong role in this cycle for you. A lot of Aquarius energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo. You have here some obstacles to overcome. But that's a part of our temperance, and we have the beautiful sun at the end of the road here. We have here slowly but surely getting ahead. And we have kangaroo, unsettled times need to plan ahead, because we could be carrying with us a lot of fear about commitment cycles, a lot of fear about maybe even children and having families. But Spirit says you're going to get to where you want to be. We have you will be shown the way towards a solid foundation and success with effort. And you are actually on the right path regarding some aspect of your life in regards to love. Who will pile one marry, please? Who will they build a life with? We have a fork in the road. And they are encouraging flexibility. They're encouraging flexibility to where you're applying your efforts. They're encouraging flexibility to your expectations in this moment, because we don't want to emotionally react to the lack of love in our life. We are on a crossroads. We are at the death cycle here, which means that we're surrendering the old to go towards something new. And that means letting towers fall. That means letting go of the lack mindset and all past attachments, because luck is actually on your side when it comes to what you are releasing. So if you've had painful experiences in the past, maybe you've had commitment cycles that haven't worked out. Maybe you thought that was your person. Spirit says, believe in your good luck. Even when things end, know that everything that ends is ending for a reason for you, and believe in your good luck when you enter into the unknown. And I feel like it's going to feel like that. Like you're going to feel like there's a lot of stagnation, and then all of a sudden things change overnight for you. We have here the Three of Cups. It says celebration is near. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups and happiness, 3 cheers are done. Celebration is near. And St. Anthony's at the back of the deck, the patron saint of lost things. All things that are lost so can be found. So even if you feel that happiness has eluded you, that commitments have eluded you, Spirit says it's so close you don't even realize it. Again, a reference to 3 months coming in as well. Within this next year, I feel like you're going to be kickstarting the beginnings of this commitment cycle for you. Let's get a charm bowl for pile number 1, please. Who are you going to commit to? Who are you going to marry? Ace of Wands, some frustrating delays, maybe some false starts for you too, where you thought this person was your person and it turned out to be a frustrating delay. Yeah, it's like emotional manipulation, people who are just not ready for you. These were challenges that presented themselves because they were meant to inspire the change, meant to inspire a change in your direction of focus. We have here you connected to the butterfly. It's even attached. You getting ready for ascension. We have A, U, R, and W, and the letter H. We do have here increasing your efforts if you want to achieve your goals, connected to the yin yang, connected to relationships. And they're speaking about making a proclamation to yourself or a promise to yourself to express yourself emotionally. Perhaps you didn't do that in the past to try to keep the peace. And in this case, they're asking you to change directions. Pile 1 is what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Drop your comments below. Even if you have to come back to leave your comment, I would love to hear your story. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can then enter you in for your chance to win the free reading. And be sure to check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below, and I do update that shop daily. But please come back and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Chariot, and this is your reading. Who are you going to commit to? Who are you going to marry? The Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and you can see these people, they're kind of going off to the races. They're in this chariot. They're just running forward, sort of trampling the poppies here. It's also connected to the 7 of Swords, and they're asking you not to look backwards because you may be anticipating that Spirit might tell you that it's somebody from your past that could be returning. You may be emotionally pulled from the past, but they're trying to actually get you into the future, and it could actually be the past that's holding you back here. So they're asking you to kind of trample through the poppies because they don't want you to fall asleep and continue to perhaps put too much energy focused on past energy. So they do feel like this person will be somebody maybe that you haven't met yet, or not somebody that is attached to an old painful cycle. But let's take a look here and see. For pile number 2, please. Who are they going to marry? I'm going to use the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot for you. It's one of my favorites. Who is pile 2 going to marry and commit to? We have the Moon. We're starting with the Moon. A lot of Cancer energy today. We have the Page of Swords. And the 4 of Cups. And they're sort of calling us out right now because they're trying to call us out for adjustments that are required to our expectations. And we may feel kind of helpless to steer our focus away from certain people in our past in this present moment. But Spirit says you may be feeling overlooked, or there could be a separation there. You could be feeling ignored. It could be the cause of a lot of sadness, in the very least, depression on the far end of that spectrum. And so we have to call a spade here. And Spirit is encouraging a forward-facing mentality. They say that we've been a little bit complacent in this feeling of helplessness. We have the 2 of Wands. You may even, if there's no separation, if there's a physical separation but no communication separation, you could actually still be talking to somebody from your past. But the Spirit says they don't think that that's the person. In fact, they're now showing not just, they're showing me a pair of glasses, but they're showing me like glasses that are broken, that are all taped up. Here is the Seven of Pentacles. And it feels like you don't want to give up on this because you're afraid that you're going to give up too soon. But the truth is that the Seven of Pentacles reverse is about unpacking everything. Everything that I've invested in, maybe moving out, moving on. It could even speak to physically moving sometimes. And then we have the Magician. Back of the deck is the Ten of Swords, and there's the Hierophant. Now, your guides right now are really highlighting sort of a roadmap. They're saying we can't tell you where you're going unless we tell you exactly where you are on the map right now, which is why they are starting with you, Pile 2, with any obstacles that are getting in the way of the progress that you're looking for in love. Now, they're speaking about old cycles that continue to hurt. They continue to sting. We may continue to go back to them because of habit, because of conditioning, because of addiction, but they sting constantly for a reason. It's trying to show us a reality, and sometimes when we keep going back and it keeps stinging, it is a reference to something that's no longer good for us. So they're just encouraging us to look outside the box of our expectation. Again, letting go, readjustment, making a new plan. And if you are communicating with someone right now from the past, Spirit says you could be opening up a can of worms where you're kind of going down this rumination cycle again, and your guides are encouraging you to be in that chariot, to sort of make space in that chariot for the connection that you're looking for, because you're being delivered into something so much better. And the Moon, we start with the Moon because they're asking for her to look at herself in the mirror with true honesty. She's staring back at herself, but it's a ghost, or it's a skull that's staring back at her, which is referencing kind of what she's been encompassed by and what she has suppressed herself within, and how she needs to release some of that. And then we have the Knight of Cups coming in. And this is with the portion of your reading where Spirit's really going to hammer down who's coming in for you. Could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Somebody very traditional with how they bring forward their energy. I feel like they're very generous. They give it a lot of compliments. They're the type of person that's going to show up at your door with flowers, for instance, on the first date. They could be a Cancer coming into your life. And it's like a big teddy bear of a person. Like, this is a teddy bear of a person. And I feel like even within like the context of their frame, like they just feel like a teddy bear of a person coming through. You have the Magician. And there's no, like, when it comes to your past, there's all this clouded judgment. Look at how the crystal ball is all clouded up. It's like there's scattered energies and wasted potential. It just doesn't feel like we're clear in this environment, and we never were. But not with this person. It's like the exact opposite. They do what they say. It's like they give you all the information up front. If they say they're going to do it, they do it. Here's the Four of Wands. And this person prioritizes like the family unit. Like, they could be somebody who wants that traditional unit, that traditional family. They're also the type of person that works really hard, I feel like, in their position. And I feel like they've worked hard to get to a position of authority, so a leadership position in their career, for instance. They're very supportive of their partner. And I keep hearing that song of going to the chapel and I'm going to get married. I keep hearing that song, that old song, going to the chapel and we're going to get married. I keep hearing that. It feels very traditional. It feels like a traditional romance. We have the Tower falling and the Ten of Swords. And again, this is okay. Because this Ten of Swords is referencing what you're releasing, what you're being asked to release, this Ten of Swords as well. And it could feel really devastating right now if Spirit has disappointed you with this message and not let you know that the person that is in a rumination cycle with you is not the one. Because sometimes the heart feels like the heart wants what the heart wants. But Spirit's trying to portray to you what the heart needs. And in this moment, they're like, it needs a release. We're not going back to the past. You're not going back to that old energy. You are being propelled forward in your commitment cycles to a brand new energy. And it almost feels like a saving grace, to be honest with you. This person is like a saving grace. They help you to see things clearly because they're so generous with you. You may end up having children with this person if that's a part of your plan. Of course, don't come at me if you don't have any desires for children. It's all about the plan and the actions that you take when it comes to your inspiration. But because I'm reading for the collective, there could be children in your future. But it's not even about that. It's about how generous they are with those children, how generous they are with you, and they are. It really helps you to release that old. After you experience all of the contrast, you really don't give a lick about that past anymore. This person helps you to move on, helps you to progress so much. And there's a determination from this person to succeed with you. Like there's a determination for them to succeed because they not only do they have a loving heart, but they prioritize success in their romantic relationships. They prioritize success in their commitment cycles, which is why I feel like they're cautious about who they commit to. But what a beautiful outcome for you, the Four of Wands. After you unpack everything, you're being celebrated. You're going into victory with another person. And the truth is that after you move into victory, you and your energy acts as kind of a karmic, a little bit of a karmic trench for the people in your past. And that's the purpose, the function you're supposed to serve for them. They're supposed to see you going off into the sunset with someone else, and they're supposed to regret. And they're supposed to go through that cycle of loss. That's part of their karma. We can't save them from that. And Spirit just keeps saying, don't look back, because you will have arrived. A lot of Cancer energy with this person. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a Cancer. Again, I feel like they're a very big teddy bear of a person too. And I think they try to act tough and act like strong and masculine. But I think underneath it, they are a very sensitive person, very loving person. And they're going to make a very good partner because they're going to also be generous with not just you, but they're the type of person to be generous with their children. Emotionally generous. It's like I heard they'll give you the shirt off their back. They would give anybody the shirt off their back. Who is pile 2 going to marry? I also feel like you find so much peace here. Again, there's no confusion. It's like the emotional confusion, the emotional pain, the manipulation from the past. That's not present here. They show themselves as they are, and that's exactly who they prove themselves to be. We have here family matters. And it's connected to new opportunities and possibilities and paths opening up. They are speaking here about energies that could come in to try to implement or infiltrate new relationships for you from the past. So Spirit is encouraging you to be cautious about that. We have January being significant when it comes to the news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Of course, this could be referencing children in the future, but this could also be talking about January as the beginnings of this connection. January is a time frame for 2025. We have here, you feel like something is lacking in your life, like love, money, or goals with the barrel. And this could be a present energy that you're experiencing right this moment. Like an emptiness. And now I'm hearing that song by Hosier, the Whiskey Neat. And something too sweet to be savory. So it's the Too Sweet song, because I just heard too sweet to be savory. And there's a reference to the past and how there's like differences in lifestyles or difference in desires or difference in what we're trying to manifest for ourselves. So you're just on a different page than other people in your past. But that's why you feel like something is missing. We have younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. You could also be that younger woman in this scenario as well. And financial gain coming from something you did in the past. Not just financial gain, but even when it comes to how secure you feel, gain coming from the reflection contrast that you experienced from the past towards this person in your future. We have endurance. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser in the end. So even the ruminating cycles of past love that could still be influencing you at this moment, ultimately, it's going to leave you wiser. It's going to leave you feeling more sure about this environment. This person could be a little bit older than you if they are the divine masculine. And we have peace. And we have community. And it's your higher self that's giving that little baby version of you a kiss on the head, but they're also referencing children again. Finding community, finding belonging, finding peace. And Spirit says deep down in this present moment, even in the obstacles that you're facing, when it comes to releasing the past, deep down you know. You've already been shown that cycle. It's already been painful for you. And deep down, if you trust in yourself, you know that the perfect person for you could be elsewhere than what you're experiencing right this moment. We have begin here. Do not fear what travel brings. The moment is yours. Begin here. And another gateway is appearing in view, and new life is unfolding with blessings to you. Many, many blessings. I feel like there's going to be financial abundance. I feel like there's going to be security in family. And we have a moment's joy. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever in the bliss of the heart's will. And that's what they want us to understand about the present moment, is that we need to honor it, and we need to really suck all the beauty out of it that we can in the present moment. It's about making sure that we recognize that joy is not necessarily fireworks, it's fireflies. And Spirit says you're going to find that here. You're going to find, it's like you're going to be able to revisit joy through the eyes of other people. And the relationship that you forge with the person that you're going to commit to, again, could result in children, which is going to give you the opportunity to see things through their eyes as well. But only if that is a part of your goals, of course, when it comes to your love cycles. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile 2. Who are you going to marry? Oops. Out of the, oh, 2 out of the bowl. The Magician. We have the Knight of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. Spirit says we might be jumping to a conclusion about who this person might be. And that's okay. We could be a little defensive about some of the information that's coming in today. And that's okay too. Because the tarot reading is supposed to trigger us. Sometimes it presents information we already know, and it just reframes it in a way that we can absorb and start to reflect upon. But no matter what, there is destiny and change coming in for you. So don't hold yourself back from it. We have the Turtle, the letter H. We have airplane travel, so travel could be significant. It says, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. And there does seem to be a distinction between like you and this person. It's like maybe they're a little nerdy and you're like the Marilyn Monroe figure. It's just about you feeling empowered. We have and we do have loyalty. We also have the Key. And we have Pisces energy coming in the bowl as well. So there's more to come for you than what you just think in love. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you. Please drop your comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the 10 of Pentacles, and this is your reading. Who are you going to marry? What is this person like? What can you expect in love moving forward in your commitment cycles? Now, the 10 of Pentacles is a wonderful card to be drawn to because it does speak about strong commitment cycles and somebody that you're going to actually be building a life with. This could be also you building a home, building a family with this person as well. And you can see that it's like this huge adornment of flowers. It's like a sense of romance and renewal actually that comes along with this commitment. So hopefully the two of you will be able to maintain the romance despite the commitments and the practical sort of responsibilities that building a life together creates. It's also being shown to be kind of adorned and put up on a pedestal as well. Who are you going to marry or make commitments with? Who are you going to build your life with, please? Pile number 3. We have the Devil coming out first. Capricorn energy coming through. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have here the Ace of Pentacles coming out with the Five of Cups right now. And we have it coming with the Three of Cups as well. So we're going to pull those. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Six of Swords. Back of the deck is the King of Pentacles. Definitely could be a Capricorn here. Here's the Nine of Wands, King of Wands. What's interesting about your message, Pile 3, is that for some watching, and this is a message, you know, for the collective, of course, so please take it as it resonates and leave behind those that do not feel right to you. But for someone watching, you could already be with this person or be communicating with this person. The ball could have already gotten in motion here in the situation. And because there's a message coming through about somebody who's already in a relationship, but just doesn't know where it's going. And you might be wondering, are they going to ask? Are we going to commit here? What's going to happen in this situation? And the challenge for you in this moment is feeling dissatisfied with the opportunity that's presenting to you now. There's a feeling about going out with people, having fun, somebody that makes me laugh, somebody that is like a friend to me, like it's somebody that we can build together. But it's connected to the Five of Cups too, and with the Ace of Pentacles. Which means that we may be feeling emotionally unfulfilled, but there may not be any reason to feel emotionally unfulfilled in this moment, except for the lack of clarity that's coming in the next chapter. And sometimes if we know exactly where everything's carrying us, we won't even include ourselves in cycles. It's like, if, for instance, if I knew, you know, how long, when I was a little girl, I really wanted my own puppy. And I didn't get my own puppy, my own dog, the one that was just for me, until I was a grown woman, until I was, you know, in my 30s. I didn't get my own dog until then. But if you had told that little version of me, that little 7-year-old version of Amy, that she wouldn't get her dog until she was this age, I would have put myself in a garbage bag and threw myself on the curb. I would have just given up in that moment. And so there's this reference to, sometimes it's good not to know exactly where we're going, because it takes away from the surprises of where life is taking us. And the challenge for you in this moment is to enjoy it. Enjoy the process of your life. Enjoy the process of this moment in time, because that's how you're planting the seeds of the next chapter of your life. So you may be, especially if you're in a relationship right now, if you're talking to someone, if you've began the process, Spirit says the process has already begun for you to transition into commitment cycles. They could definitely be a Capricorn. I feel a lot of good looking energy, dark energy, not in a bad sense, but like just their features, dark features, maybe dark eyes, dark hair, maybe a darker complexion for some. That won't resonate with everyone, but just attractive, has charisma. Like this is an attractive person. We have the Five of Wands. And there's a determination, there's a willingness from this person to fight through and to be determined to find solutions during conflicts. Like, this is a good egg. This is a hard worker too, especially if it's Capricorn energy, really, really hard worker. Because they're saying that right now they want you to look to the future. They want you to surrender to the unknowns of what you're experiencing now. You could already be on the road to the commitment cycles that you're looking for, Pile 3. You could already be in a relationship with that person. You could already be talking to this person. If you haven't started that process, Spirit says it's coming in soon. In fact, they say it's already upon us. That's how soon it's coming in if it hasn't shown up. If it hasn't shown, or if it has shown up, it's already here. You already know this person. And instead of feeling frustrated and projecting that frustration into the future, Spirit says, why don't you just capitalize on the strength that you have. Your power, your strength will be in your composure, and throw that composure into the future. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So again, you're either already invested in this connection now, or it's coming in for you very, very soon, within the next couple of months, within this year. But I don't even want to extend that message about this year because it feels like it's here. Some challenges to overcome before we complete the cycle, before we get to commitments, but that's the work that you're being called to do, is to enjoy this moment, to have fun with the Three of Cups, to celebrate. Because by celebrating now, instead of looking at what you don't have, maybe you haven't received the proposal. And maybe you're really focused on the fact that you have not received that proposal. And maybe the lack of that proposal is starting to temper the fun that you get to have with this person. Maybe it's influencing how much you give yourself permission to have fun. How much you give yourself permission to enjoy this moment in time without that assurance from them that the proposal, that the promise is coming. That's the work, that's the challenge that you're here to do, that you're here to work through. Because Spirit says there's very mirrored intentions to what you want and what this person wants. And with the Ace of Swords, that means that we may be just initiating this cycle. We're initiating the ability to overcome our issues and find the determination to power through the obstacles. But if you're talking to someone right now, this could be the one for you, Pal 3. But the good news about the future is it's very fluid, and you get to decide with every step of the way whether or not you want to make adjustments. We have the Seven of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Tower coming with the Queen of Pentacles, the King and Queen sitting side by side. The King feeling inspired by something, the Queen feeling like she doesn't have what she wants yet. Some Aries energy coming in as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very heavy as well. I feel like the two of you also look very, very good together, like as a couple, just with your features. I think you're beautiful. You're both beautiful people, and like attracts like. Spirit says there's going to be more clarity for you, even within this year of what you're presently invested in. There's more clarity coming for you, and more peace with that clarity. They say that that's coming in within this year as well, within perhaps in the next 6 to 7 months. I feel like you're going to be more secure or sure about where this connection is bringing you, because some type of peace comes over for you at that point of time. So Spirit's really excited about what you're navigating right this moment, because you're not just navigating the practical growth that's going to bring you to permanent change. You're not going back, you're going towards the Ten of Pentacles, but you're also breaking free from old attachments of insecurity that challenge you, and that ultimately produce challenges in your emotional connections. Spirit is also indicating that you have a choice, emotional choice, with your reactions to delays, for instance. And the delays only feel like it feels like a delay towards the proposal, to be honest with you. I feel like this could be the type of person that is going to, like, when they're upset or angry, or they feel like they have to work out, or they have to move their body, or they have to do something physical. They feel like a very physical person. We have you are very highly thought of with the bow. So even in the present moment, if you're invested in a connection, you're really highly thought of from this person. They are also challenged by their own sense of insecurity, but you don't need to internalize that here. We have time to act, the Lion, Leo energy, acting with courage and strength. I feel like there's an emphasis on the male lion, and how it's the females that go out and hunt and the male kind of stays to protect the pride. There's an emphasis on the male lion needing to act, or really you want them to act in the present moment. But on the floor here, we just dropped this card. It says coins, money will be coming to you. They could be really working on their career and be really focused on creating as much abundance as possible before they navigate the commitment cycle. But this is not just a card about money. This is a card about position. This is a card about security. We have love. And I love the compliments from admirer. We have the beautiful bouquet as part of your Ten of Pentacles. And this is the type of character that this person is. I feel like they're going to be the type to just come home with everyday flowers. They're not the type to just give flowers on special occasions. They're going to come and show you with little moments, little gifts to show you that they were thinking of you. They could also be already doing that now, which is why you could be so sure that you want that proposal, why you want that assurance that it's moving forward, because there's already love here, it feels like. We have career. It does say warning you of a problem either now or in the future when it comes to career. And this could be referencing the divine feminine moving into motherhood, because there's a sense here of maybe sacrificing something for yourself if you want to kind of move into the motherhood realm. And we have whale, great worry over absolutely nothing. But the temptation towards that worry in this moment is testing you. But the temptation that's testing you is actually an education. It's helping us to overcome that temptation. They're also highlighting April and February being very significant periods of time for this connection. Who are you going to marry? Pile number 3. You have here, be here now. There's something about the present that's very, very important for you, pile 3. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. You're staking your claim in the present moment. You're staking your claim on a present opportunity. Are there challenges to overcome? Absolutely. The biggest challenge here is about being happy. We also buy the book coming out. Buy the book. And Spirit says, and maybe it's not going to go by your expectations. Maybe this person's not going to jump through the hoops of those timeline expectations for you. But your challenge is to stay present and to remain happy with the 3 of Cups, to enjoy yourself, to have fun with this opportunity. Don't fear about getting rejected. Don't fear about what you're going to receive on the other end, because you're going to receive what you deserve. It says to be fair. But they're also asking you to maintain your balance of fairness by embracing the in-between while you're waiting for the proposal or the assurance from this connection that it's going to move forward. Advice for pile number 3, please, on who they are going to commit to or marry. We have here, draw down the moon. Trust us. It says, find us in the wild, good night. And every time I see that card, I do think about bringing our fears to face us. Bringing them up to our face so that we can see them. When we feel an opportunity knocking and we start to worry that it's not going to progress, all of our fears can come to the surface. And it's not until we address them that we can actually clear them out. So your fears are rising to the surface right now. You're preemptively kind of almost motivated by grief. But dig deeper. You are not finished. You're not done. The best is yet to come. And they want you to hold on to that moment's joy. This came up in pile 2, I believe, as well, that a moment lasts forever in the bliss of a heart's will. So a moment of grief can last forever if we keep focusing on that grief. It's like PTSD. We keep bringing ourselves back to that moment of pain. But joy can work in the exact same way. If we choose to focus on having fun, if we choose to focus on abundance, then we're just going to naturally beget more abundance. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Who are you going to marry? Whoops, out of the bowl. Queen of Wands, fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You might just be like, I don't want to wait. I'm frustrated. I don't want to wait. Here's the Ace of Cups. Here's the Hermit. And it may be kind of like against your nature to feel like you're waiting. Or maybe you feel like you've perpetually been waiting for things and you're just frustrated at this point. I feel like this person already has intentions. There's already momentum going towards commitment cycles for you. And the Hermit talks about taking slow approaches, careful, calculated steps. But he still gets there. He still gets there because he grounds himself with every step that he takes. He grounds himself and he reaffirms that commitment of abundance into his heart space. We have chain, Capricorn, and a chain of events that will affect your life today. We do have here the pineapple. I do think about reunions, but I also think of swinging energy. So take that as it resonates. We have DE. And we do have the hammer, persistence, don't self-sabotage. We have hospital nursing connection. Also perhaps being under construction or feeling like I need to heal, an emotional imbalance. Because here with the Pegasus, looking at things from a higher perspective before we make an emotional decision to lean towards grief versus joy. Pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. Please drop your comments below for your chance to win a reading. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen. You can check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. And I do update that shop daily, so keep checking back. But I hope you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a wonderful day.